Namaste. Welcome to the Nirvega Vidya channel. Today we will be starting with the discussion for Unit 6, that is Human Anatomy and Physiology, and we will be starting with the very basics. When we talk about anatomy and physiology, the most basic thing that we start discussing with is the cell. So today we will be extensively discussing the cell over a series of videos. Cell and cell organelles is what we will be discussing today. In the next series of videos, we will be covering the following topics. That is the introduction to the cell, what is a tissue, what are organs, what are organ systems, understanding the basic cell physiology, and how the movement of substances happens from outside the cell to inside and from inside the cell to the outside, and also understanding a little bit about DNA and RNA, which is our genetic material. When we talk about a cell, the first thing that comes to our mind is a small confined space, right? So when you talk about it in that sense, it is a small confined space, but when we talk about it in the context of anatomy and physiology, a cell is the smallest unit of life in our entire world right now. Any living form, its most basic structural and functional unit is called a cell. And now you may call it basic, but there is nothing basic about a cell. As we go through the next slides, we will understand just how sophisticated, organized, and compartmentalized the smallest unit of any living organism can be. Now, why was it named cell? Robert Hooke was a scientist, and in 1665, when he first observed a cell under a microscope, the cells looked like little small units, very compact, packed together, and he felt it resembled the cells that he had seen in the monastery of some Christian monks, and hence he called this unit a cell. All cells in all living organisms will always contain three essential units. First is the cell membrane, which is basically a barrier which separates the inside of the cell from the outside of the cell. Cytoplasm, that which is inside the cell, that which contains all the items or all the materials that are within the cell. And DNA, that is the genetic material in the cell. We will understand what is a cytoplasm and what is DNA in the following slides too. Moving ahead, when it comes to the topic of cell organelles, there is a way to differentiate cells again. A prokaryote is an organism whose cell contains no well-defined nucleus and cell organelles. Everything is simply scattered within the inside of the cell. So prokaryotes are very evolutionary, from an evolutionary angle, they're very rudimentary, and they tend to be unicellular organisms. Whereas when it comes to eukaryote, this is a level of organization that has been reached through millions and millions of years of evolution. Therefore, a eukaryote organism is one whose cell contains a very well-defined nucleus and cell organelles. So eukaryotes can be unicellular and multicellular too. There are unicellular organisms which have a well-defined nucleus, and there are also multicellular, that is, organisms with more than one cell, which can have a well-defined nucleus and cell organelles in each particular cell. So let's go ahead and understand whether we are eukaryotes or prokaryotes. Take a guess. Let's understand first what is the organization of units in the human body. We start with atom. An atom, in the truest sense, is the smallest unit of all matter in our universe. Whether it is a living or a non-living being, its smallest independent unit is an atom. So when one or more atoms come together, they form a molecule. When one or more molecules come together, they form a macromolecule. And when one or more macromolecules, that is a large number of molecules, come together in a systematic form, they form an organelle. Now understand that this organelle was not present in the first cell that was formed on Earth so many years ago, even before the human evolution started. The first cell did not have any organelles. It was simply a cell with a cell membrane, and the genetic material was just scattered in the cytoplasm inside. So the organelle has been reached to a level of sophistication with years and years of evolution. When we study about human evolution and we compare the evolution of humans to other animals, the cell and what is contained within the single unit of cell within the human and the animals can be an excellent way to compare what places the evolution happened for human beings and why. So, moving on, this is why the organelles are an excellent place for us to explore our past. And when several of these when several of these organelles in a systematic manner come together, they form a cell, and that is a eukaryote cell. So, at this point, it is very easy to conclude that humans are eukaryotes. We have eukaryotic cells with a very well defined nucleus and cell organelles. Now, moving on, when one or more cells come together, they form a tissue. And when one or more tissues come together, they form an organ. One or more organs come together, they form an organ system. And when one or more organ systems come together in a synchronized, cohesive manner, they form an organism. Now, this applies not only to human beings but to all living organisms in the world that are multicellular. Okay? At this point, we will be focusing only on the human body. And in these videos that are to follow, we will be first focusing on the cell, understanding what is a cell that we've done so far, going on to understand what are cell organelles, how do they function, and once we have understood this, then we will move on to understanding the aspects of tissue, organ, and organ systems. At this point, just to summarize, a cell is the most basic and structural and functional unit of any living organism on this planet. Yes, it is called a cell because it's a small and compact unit. Every cell has three essential parts: a cellular membrane which separates the inside of the cell from the outside, cytoplasm, which is basically cyto means cell, plasm means fluid, which is cytoplasm is the fluid within the cell, and DNA, which is the genetic material, which we will understand in the subsequent videos. Okay, at this point we will end this video. We will follow up with the next video which goes on to explain each and every organelle in the cell and what function it holds. Hari Om.